can it be? Showing up with Tony T, yes, Ramon SEO. To the double TV frontal these bookies like 1, 2, 3. They tapping out and we cashing out. It's plain to see. The morning steam is the A-team, Mr. T. And I pity the fools who can't hang. Coming with real game. It's sort of a freight train. It's been reported back rolls are easy to maintain. So get situated and listen to the picks. And it goes a little something like this.
And a pleasant good morning to you from Tony'sPicks.com. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the Morning Steam for Friday, July 12th. We have Major League Baseball tonight. We've also got some WNBA to talk about. I'm also going to maybe remember to give my CFL pick. Oh, I stuck it in there in the chat at the end. It won. I hope you saw it. I don't want to be like that. But what was I doing? I got a little sketchy there at the end of the show. I didn't know what was going on. Too much excitement. Maybe because we didn't have Bo with me to remind me. But Bo will be joining us here, I believe, maybe Sunday, I think he said. Maybe have a chance to get together again with Bo. And this was our first week, so probably have more days together. He's just getting some things going. And I want to say hello and thank you to everybody here reporting in the chat from Team Steam, and a decent day yesterday for some of our Team Steam winners. I had a winning day as well. I found my way to some winners. So little tip here today for everyone here on National French Fry Day. My gift to you. You don't have to pay any money to go around and feed yourself today. Just download a bunch of apps. Everybody's got free fries in there. Yeah, you might have to buy some soda pops along the way, but you're going to need them for those fries. Free fries everywhere pretty much today on me. Get those apps out and they'll have them. You can't just walk up. Some of them you can, but really got to have those apps. And for National French Fry Day, apparently, July 12th. Oh, who knew? Who knew? Hey, let me say hello to some folks here. Maybe talk about the winners from Team Steam here last night on the show. Great job. Yesterday, we only had 2 plays, and they both won, if I'm not mistaken, right? Team Steam, Houston Astros, team winner. You guys went with the Sockman Bloss yesterday, so good job. I just ended up tagging along there in that one. I might have got the push, or the total was there right at the end in that one. And also another Team Steam winner was the Philadelphia Phillies. You guys had them over the Dodgers. I know that a lot of, I think the Dodgers are probably the popular team, I don't know, out there when you get them as a dog. I know that we were up against NOLA, but you guys had them. Team Steam 2-0 yesterday. Great job. I had premium pick winners here on the site with the New York Mets. I had the Pittsburgh Pirates. How about Paul Skeens, you guys? I finally have figured it out. It didn't take long for a dummy like me to deduce. If you're really good, you get your own day. If you're really bad, you get your own day, right? We know we got like Paul Skeens Day, right? When he's pitching, right? You got Corbin Day when he's pitching and he's terrible. So you got to be really good or really bad. You just don't have, some average pitcher out there, right? There's not Tanner Houck Day, is there? There's not even Max Fried Day, or who else pitched yesterday that's terrible? No Mackenzie Gore Day, even if he's got a bobblehead. So you got to either be really good or really bad to get your own day, I guess is the way it is. I also had the Mariners. Talk about an easy winner, premium pick winner yesterday, Mariners, and we gave out the over here on the show. I also had a premium pick winner in the WNBA with the Sky and the Liberty to go over, a premium pick winner here on the show. We'll have I've had some videos out there today, but we'll rehash some things. I'll go over one note here too when we talk about the WNBA as we get ready here with one last week of action before we head off to France for the Olympics. Hello, everybody. Let me go over the chat and say hi to everyone coming in here for our show here on Friday. I think I have one summer league pick. I'm hoping to get back into some premiums today, maybe one or two summer league picks here for today, and we'll cover those in just a moment. But I want to say hello to everybody coming in, and it's Stop Geo here today with us. Man, I run into Stop Geo all over YouTube chat room, sports betting chat rooms, but here he comes into ours. So thank you, Stop Geo. That's an honor, of course. Jermaine's here. Great that Jermaine's here early. Maybe Jermaine's liking the show. I'm liking Jermaine here. Thomas, thank you for everything as well. Be helping you out hopefully in the future, but we'll have to go with it kind of by hand, you and I here. Duda is, of course, here today. And who else we got? You guys are chatting in with Jeff here today. And Jermaine talking about, was this last night's game with the Braves here? Thank you for that, though, Jermaine. Definitely got to watch Tony's. I told Tony, I said, you know what, Tony, I love watching Tony, but sometimes I read his copy. It's a little faster than watching him, but definitely read Tony's column every day here on Tony'sPicks.com. Here's Chad today. Chad got the best of me yesterday. He had yesterday the Liberty over the sky. As the Liberty, I was trying to sell you on those trends. As the Liberty were terrible as single-digit favorite, as a double-digit favorites, 1-9 against the spread, laying double digits, but they got it done, pulling away from the Sky last night. Man, the Sky just have a little bit of lack of, the scoring. There's no doubt about it. And Reese got her double, sat right down on the bench with 10 and 10, didn't they? So here, Fiddlehead. Hello, Fiddlehead. And Thomas, yeah, you got it. Chad, there it is with the winner with Liberty today. Oh, so here's Chad mentioning it. So I just want to mention right now, just as I was coming on the air, the steam was in on the WNBA. How about that? Usually we roll with the show here with some baseball steam, but it doesn't look like it was too serious. But it did catch the attention of the line service. The Mercury are up to 3.5 here now at a lot of books. 3.5 at the sharper books, circa. DraftKings, I believe they might still be hanging out at a juiced up 2.5. Bovada's at 3, but just at -105. But no doubt, and look at that total on the move. Mercury and Fever. It makes sense, I guess. But all the way up here, 175, and that's a couple of points higher than I entered it in here not more than an hour ago, I think. Here, so that's the only. Oh, also, man, the Aces are on the move too here. So Chad might fill us in on if there's anything going on with personnel. Or obviously the Aces and the Dream struggling so big time. I'm sure that might be just some public opinion here. But the Aces here, let me see if that's steam actually from the lines, because that's up to 15 now at Bovada and DraftKings here. I gave that out on the show last night. I do want to save my opinions for the end of the show with the WNBA segment, but that's a significant move here, and that total also going up in that game here. Let me see real quick. Yeah, the Aces took steam. Okay, so looks like kind of, steam's never official. It's just a product to a certain extent. Actually, it's triggered by a program. No one's sitting there pushing buttons. So Phoenix has been steamed here. That over looks like it's getting steamed, and the Aces have been steamed up to 15. So let me know if anything's going on personnel-wise there. I know one thing I did talk about last night with the Lynx is Nafisa Collier being, upgraded to doubtful from out, and she actually could earn a questionable status by by the time they get close to game time. There's just been talk that she could make it back in this one. I'm not really buying much into it, especially when you see the move on the Storm here. That's not steamy, but it's up to 7. So hopefully, if Chad can't stick around, I've got a little bit of analysis with him here on what I see in the card here today. But no doubt these favorites are all on the run today, right now. All right. Hello to Duda. Oh, I said Duda there already. Who else? Might have everybody in here already. Man, all right. Scott Danny here today. Thank you, Scott. There. Maybe it's Danny Scott. I'm trying. It's a little crazy now with the pronouns and avatars and all that. And thank you for joining me there from my personal Facebook. You know how I roll, guys, over on my Facebook. I found Facebook dating to be a little bit more effective than those very popular dating apps like Tinder and Bumble. Bumble, the one where the ladies go first. It's been a little slow for me on that app. All right, listen, Gerardo, good morning. Good morning. And man, we're trying to get back to some soccer action. Well, the big games tomorrow to talk about. We'll preview them as well. Duda's already. We're not the Duda. You're going to be here. The WNBA segment is going to Perlo. Hello. The link's in the Discord, in the not the Discord, but you want to come by, Perlo. And who else? Stephen Beer. Hello. You just joined. I just got on, so we're ready to go. All right, and Mike. Wants a little more in steam, and we'll do it. We'll focus on the steam a little more, I think, here, especially when I'm all alone. Today, there's already been a few steam moves in Major League Baseball as I was coming on the air, as things were rolling here. So we'll get to it in just a moment. First, I'm going to go over to Tony'sPicks.com and see who did well on the website, who had winning picks, and tell you about what goes on here at Tony'sPicks.com. Tony'sPicks.com. We're a multi-handicapper website featuring our premium picks from top cappers, including myself, I hope, with a winning day yesterday. And we'll take a look at who those cappers were on top of those handicapper leaderboards over at Tony'sPicks.com with, here we go. All right, there we have the leaderboard up there right now. And we'll also cover a little bit of news. I wanted to, I didn't, I kind of always trail off into some tangent, right? But I wanted to, did mention the Paul Skeens game there yesterday, right? We had the premium pick winner, but how about Skeens, right? With the 7 innings of no-hit ball, gets pulled with a no-hitter because, the Pirates, they know Paul Skeens is probably one of the strong, it would seem to me like, okay, Pirates, you want to win some games, right? Come on. There's health. I don't think Paul Skeens, I want to go back. I'll read more. I'm going to go read the beat writer reports. I'm sure he'll even put the positive spin or the team spin on it. Maybe he was laboring, getting tired, whatever. This man is one of the strongest pitchers in the league. We're already jacking him around, not putting him in the majors. Yeah, let this guy pitch a no-hitter. He was going to deal a no-hitter on the Milwaukee Brewers. You don't think he was going to? 99 pitches in just his 11th major league start, 65 strikes. Guy was going to throw a no-hitter. What are we doing? Anyways, Holderman came in and, Skeens there. Chapman came in, got the save. Skeens got the money. But I was, you got to take chances in life, folks. I mean, even I spent about a dime trying to get into I missed it. World Series of Poker, they're down to under 100 players now. But, I had to take a couple shots. You got to take a couple shots sometimes, right? That's what gambling is all about. And if you don't gamble, what's that show I love to watch? No gamble, no future. So come on, it's really disappointing when you get into it and start to, really focus on it. And then they, Hopefully, hey, you know what? The 100th pitch, he's probably going to blow his arm out and, lose and go to TJ or something. Man, that one made me. I'm not in a, with some of these, I'm always been on the side. Oh, precaution or this pitcher. Not when you look like this guy. This looks different than the other guys. Hello to Public Enemy. He rolled on an 8-teamer last night. And Thomas, I don't know what, but I can say this: computer love, you are my computer love. Hey, yeah. Do you remember that one, Tom? I bet Thomas remembers that song. I don't know if he meant to type it in that way, if he was singing that famous song uh, from my old hip hop days. Well, that was a little more R&B. Yes, I found my computer love. Shooby doo bop, I wanna love you. Shooby doo bop, computer love. Oh man, I love you guys for coming here today. And Mark Eubanks, 9-1 yesterday. Want to say hello to Bo Dunn. That was for Bo. Yeah, I wouldn't have sung if Bo was here. That would have been more embarrassing. And Bo here's just stopping by. And Mark Eubanks, butterscotch on top leaderboards there yesterday. Look at the team from over at OG, the old ladies here. Jerry 5-0, Mindy 4-0, combined 9-0 for the team there yesterday. There. Also check out Ruben Marlboro here, 3-0. Man, look at the top of the leaderboard. Brandon Check remains absolutely on fire. I think I did see. I was checking out Brandon Check. How's he getting it done with a lot of his plays? And Brandon, really strong right now on the baseball. I think I saw one of it. I went and looked at his chart. What did he? Oh, man. Well, I better not put him under that. We could always just click on it. You can too. Click on the All Cappers tab. Click on the Handicappers Your Choice. You can see all the winning plays there. There's doubles with a 3-0 day. Nick Lagaretto says, well, man, everybody rolled here. It was easy pickings for the Cappers. Ron Hahn, 4-1. OG Cappers, VIP, 1-0. There's Ben Ruhala up there. Daniel Walasachuk, 2-1. And Ramon Scott found his way to the handicapper leaderboards finally here this week. Definitely not a great week, so I better get rolling on the weekend here. Felt like I should have had a better day yesterday with one of those results. All right, let's take a look here. Last 7 days at Tony'sPicks.com. There's the Tony's Picks VIP account on top with 8.5 units of profit. Brandon Check is up there with 8.11. There's Pearl of Wisdom, Stephen Duncan up 6 3/4 units here over the last 7 days. Sean Ace Dinwiddie up there nearly 4 units of profit. And there's doubles having a pretty good run here over the last 7 days. Last 30 days, Brandon Check can't stop him here. Up 24 plus units. Danny Dimes, real good run as well here, up 682. Ben Ruhala up 634. CJ Sturgeon's up a nickel. And Joseph Schultz is up there as well. Click on the All Cappers tab. There you'll find all the handicappers. You can click on the handicapper of your choice. And that's how you get signed up here at Tony'sPicks.com. I've got going to have a baseball package here, of course, tonight with 15-game card. I'm likely to probably have between 5 and 7 plays here. I want to get back to some winning. Got to find some good dogs, man. I'm defaulting a little bit too much to these favorites. I know that, and as someone who chases the steam and kind of makes his living off some betting, I'm playing more favorites. I know the dogs, that's the way to go, but I'm not going to belittle everyone rolling right now. Great job. But I've got a WNBA plays as well here today on the site as well. Check out my 3-day all sports pass. Go through with me all the way through the weekend. Use the promo code Tony T at checkout. Save 20% off all premium pick packages from me or any of the other handicappers here on Tony'sPicks.com. Hey, you don't buy picks from touts, handicappers. Just look at, you're supporting me here, right? I mean, I'm going to come back here every day as long as we keep selling picks. That's what I'm going to do. And look, just keeps me coming back here. It's tough when you're grinding it out. So I like to share all my information with you, and hopefully we get some winners along the way as well. All right. Thanks for listening to that. All of our cappers as well. You can use that promo code Tony T at checkout to save 20% here. All right. Oh, Bo knew who it was. Zap. I was actually thinking, Bo, who the group was. And I was like, I know the group's name too. And I couldn't think of it, but Zap was the name of the group that sang Computer Love. All I need is the auto tune. You guys are nice saying I did it well. And, that was an auto tune song. So, hey, I hope we don't get, Tony, I hope we don't get in trouble because of my great singing. The auto detector might think of it as a violation because I'm so close to the actual song. All right. Jerry Norris here today as well. And Thomas says that's one thing he does not get embarrassed. Well, probably I don't either, huh? There. And hello to Kay as well. All right, we're going to get ready to start the show, and it'll be Major League Baseball. It'll be also the WNBA, as we mentioned. And I think Chad actually said we got, what was he saying on there? I missed it, Chad. I'm sorry. Did he say we had 2 challenges today? Man, stock market open, boom. Must be those tech stocks. Yep, take a look. Nvidia. Hey, you hit them all today. They'll probably come down, but man, you probably figure all these. Remember what I said? Whenever the chip stocks go down, you bounce on them the next day going up. A couple years ago when they said, "Hey, there's going to be there's a massive chip shortage that will take at least 5 years." I just remembered that and kept buying these chip stocks. Okay, here comes the steam right away. Right now, let's talk about a few of these moves that are coming in. I'll get them to you, and then we'll move on with the handicaps in the show. But 2 moves just came in right now. That's why you're here on the morning steam here at this point with me to kind of report some of these moves, right? Live moves. So Los Angeles Dodgers, Detroit Tigers. This one's moving over. That's going to be my call on the show here today with the Tigers and the Dodgers. And I'm going to be getting the worst of this one. It sounds like now my mark was going to be on the over here. They took it at 8. And right now I'm showing Tigers, Dodgers, 8.5 under 15 at Bet Online, 8.5 under 15 at Bovada, 8 over 20 at the 2 close books here to the south of me, and also 8 over 15 at Circa down the street that way. I don't go to Circa, kind of like the old Yogi Berra joke. Nobody goes there anymore. It's too crowded. I just go to the Silverton down here with the locals, and that's a Circa book here in town. One more steam move that came in just moments before that Dodger play was a move on the under in the game between the A's and the Phillies. That'll also be the direction that I'll be going, I believe, when we get to the pre-play segment here. And right now, they took it at 9. There's no doubt we're seeing it here. 8.5 over 13 at Bet Online. 8.5 over 20 at Bovada. I hear another one coming in. South Point, 9 under 20 as well. And let's see here. All right. Oh, okay. It's just some. You guys aren't going to be interested in. Look, I mean, I know I get pretty crazy on some of these sports, but I think Aussie rules. I mean, even though I have some fun with some friends, we play some Aussie rules, and I love the Aussie rules steam that comes in. I don't know if it's something you guys are totally into, so we'll just worry about our big sports or any of the major U.S. sports. I didn't know. I thought it was going to be baseball was covered up by something. So if you want the Aussie rules, steam, let me know. All right. Yeah, there's another one. Okay. All right. Hello, I said to Kay. I said hello as well there. And who else? And oh my gosh, Humble Kai's here, everybody. It's so good to have welcome, 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 Humble Kai. And appreciate you. First time I've seen you in here. Ready to get some WNBA action, like the avatar there. Appreciate you stopping in here today, Humble Kai. Nice to meet you. And I think that's it. All right. Let's start the previews here right away, straight away. And I'll also cover maybe a few notes about. Hey, Nate's here today as well. A few notes off of yesterday's games a little bit. I don't know what was maybe the best stories in sports uh, yesterday, or a bummer story. Sean Burroughs, we found out its cause of death. I mean, we knew that Sean Burroughs died, but ironically died at a Long Beach Little League field, or close to one anyway, after dropping off his 6-year-old son, apparently. But was a drug overdose, but nonetheless, interesting. One of the greatest little leaguers in the history of the country. That's not an understatement. Sean Burroughs, one of the greatest little leaguers in the history of the world, or at least the United States, right? From Long Beach Little League, and he dies close to a Long Beach Little League. How about some of these players, though, yesterday? Not only Paul Skeens yesterday, but Tyler Stevenson, a couple of bombs, 5 RBIs in the game. Suzuki. How about the Cubs just smoking the Orioles? I couldn't get that. I think I went 0-3 premiums all weekend there as the Orioles outscored the Cubs. What was it? 23-2, 21-3, something like that. The Orioles got destroyed by the Cubs. Some teams just have the number, I guess, right? Red Sox with those home runs get the win over the A's. And a late score, 1-0, Diamondbacks over the Braves. My over got shot down there. I wasn't going to win. That was no bad beat. So, all right. And we'll move on here. Maybe spend some day doing some college football work with all the reactions to media day and all that. So let's get ready. Golf is underway as well, and I'm also watching a tennis final here. And in fact, we have the result here of the first set. Wow, and looks like Medvedev scorched Alcaraz in the first set tiebreak, 7-1 to take the lead here in the first set. Medvedev did look pretty decent on the price in this one. And I'm also willing in the second match here with Joker. Say what you will in the match here coming up. Joker against the hot Italian Musetti, who's had just an incredible run here. But I'm probably going to try to lean towards Musetti. Whatever's in Joker's head, I'm not going to belittle him there. But when he's kind of getting off, look, there was no doubt the fans were saying Rune. And there's no doubt that some of the fans were using the opportunity to say boo, rooting against Novak Djokovic. But what about the opponent when the fans are chanting Novak's name, right, in all of his glory days? And just because his name doesn't sound like ooh or anything like that, or so long or good night, Joker, if you're not rooting for Joker, you're not his buddy, I guess, is really what it is. But hey, come on, man. I'm going to go with Musetti here. He's covered the spread in 12 of his last 16 matches. I'm going to take him on Joker's an 850 favorite, guys. But on the handicap, I think we can get in here at maybe 5.5 games. Could it be straight set 6-4, 6-4, 6-4? That would be a winner for Joker. But Joker hasn't been without his own problems here. So the thing for Novak, even though he never loses, obviously, here at Wimbledon, he has gone over in 7 of his last 8 semifinal matches here. So that means, not necessarily saying take the over, but no doubt his semifinal matches last longer than expected. So I think that gives Musetti a chance here to get that number in the second match today. In this one, though, if you like the price, I'm willing to try to take a stab here with Medvedev in this one, already up a set. Okay, here we go. What else here do we have? Yeah. And Thomas says condolences to his family. Of course, his dad was Major Leaguer Jeff Burrows, the old slugger from the Rangers and the Braves. Maybe I'm talking those two teams for sure. All right. Jermaine said, you got that funky Colt Medina getting rocked. And one more, maybe we get another philosophy question with Jermaine. I always thought I was the guy to ask. Now I'm worried to even read this comment from Jermaine. Theory, lefty versus lefty. He just blindly takes the over 90% of the time. And how you like lefty versus lefty is usually an under. That's very interesting. Yeah, I think I know exactly what he's saying. I always default first look to the under, lefty versus lefty, but every game is different. And I think what you see is, with it's not so much because it's lefty versus lefty, but some of the best lefty, we know in Major League Baseball, right? Being a left-hander is a little bit special. So usually when you have two good lefty starters, right? Not every lefty is great, but maybe there's a little bit of an advantage there because of the way the splits work. But again, there are reverse split guys out there, and that's why even though I don't get to play any fantasy baseball anymore in Nevada, I get, you do the props or whatever, but I like fantasy baseball. Still got to look at those stats every day, especially the splits and the BVP. So, all right. And Perlo says, take Alcaraz live right now. He says, this is it. I mean, the thing that bothered me with Alcaraz coming in the whole way was the issues, but he doesn't have the sleeve on here today. He hasn't had the sleeve on with his arm injury, so he's probably feeling, strong as he was going to feel coming into Wimbledon. He's obviously been pretty awesome. Hey, Juice is here today as well. And William says, lefties rule. And, there's, that's a special, oops, what did I do? Hit Siri or something here? Well, hold on, you guys.
Something went wrong. Please try again.
Did I say Siri? Did I say Siri? What is going on here? Okay. Did I do that? Sorry, honey. Did you guys know that Siri, don't answer that, is actually the a niece of the lady that said the tone, the time will be. Okay, at the tone, the time will be. Here we go. Let's go. Enough of my jokes with the Athletics and the Phillies here today. Start you off in Major League. That would have been a much better joke if I wouldn't have blown the punchline. Okay, underway here. Athletics and Phillies completely night card here tonight. And we got the Phillies, a big favorite in this one with Suarez going up here against Hoagie Harris in this one. And let's see here. Right now, I'm showing maybe even high as 280 here at a few books. I'm showing Bovada at 300, and we've got even though I said that steam was getting hit, I think we're looking at mostly 9 under 15 or 9 under 20 here still, despite what I said about that premium. But I'm going to end up going under in this first game today, of course, as tradition. For Hoagie Harris, he's got a 5.65 ERA in his last 3 starts, but he has gone under in all 3 of those starts. Oakland's not hitting much, certainly. They are 5-4 in their last 9 games, but they're hitting the road here. That's not a good sign. They're 3-18 in their last 21 road games overall. They're also 2-8 in their series openers. Those are percentages even worse than their pedestrian win percentage. So actually they're 35-58. Not great, but I mean, compared to those numbers. For Suarez, an 0-2 record in his last 3 starts and an 8.81 ERA. He has gone under in 7 of his last 9 starts, but he's dropped The Phillies have dropped 3 of his last 4 starts. The Phillies are 10-2 in their last 12 series openers, and the Phillies have also won 7 of their last 10 games here. Can you find a way? Can you find anything? I'll take the under as my play, but what do you think here? Is that Phillies price you're willing to? I'm gonna feel like you guys are gonna slay a bunch of run lines here. Not great numbers from Suarez, but obviously he's been pretty strong in a lot of most of the year. He's hitting the wall here or something a little bit. What do you got, fam? William says Phillies should get the job done. And let's see what Steven says. Phillies first 5. Athletics team. I think that one got messed up a little bit here. Phillies run line for Thomas. Oakland run line here for Duda. Thomas goes with me with the under. Juice just says they better not lose this one. And Philly after the sweep. Ron says lay 2.5. Oh, there goes Steven. I think you got it here now. Complete play for him. Phillies first 5 athletics team total over and full game under. Wow. Hope you get a bonus for that thread in the needle there. And good morning to Shannon Moore as always. Welcome, my friend.
Final.
And Mike says Oakland has a chance. I kind of want to give him a chance too, but I'll take the under here. Talk about what Jermaine was saying. I noticed that last night, when putting in the pitchers, right? You guys saw if you look in the rotation like I do with National League, American League, and Interleague, and then the first 3 interleague games today all feature 5 of the 6 pitchers are left-handed starters here. Hey, Joe T, hi, thank you, good to have you today. Hopefully you can stick around. Good to see you. I'm just getting underway here on the baseball, and I'll go under A's and Phillies. Here we go. Next up, it is those Dodgers hitting the road to to Detroit for an interesting series. Obviously we get them all now. We know that, but Dodgers and Tigers, and I know the interleague series was running every 3 years. You'd play another division in the other league. It just doesn't seem like I remember many Dodgers Tigers games in the interleague play. So looking forward to this one with James Paxton and Tariq Skubal talking about those lefties here a little bit, right, gang? With Paxton coming in, and Skubal's actually the favorite here, maybe because of him over Paxton, it feels like. And yeah, maybe the Dodgers are slumping here a little bit, no doubt, hitting the road. But look, this isn't a Phillies team necessarily. Let's take a look. Dodgers and Tigers. Paxton has an ERA of 5.14 in his last 4 starts. The Dodgers are 12-4 though, with Paxton on the mound. They've gone over in 7 of his last 9 starts. Dodgers are just 4-8 in their last 12 games. Skubal has been sharp. 2-0 with a 1.80 ERA in his last 3 starts. Detroit's 12-6 with Skubal on the mound. They've also gone under in 4 of his last 5 starts. First time Skubal's ever pitched against the Dodgers. I don't know. Does that prove my point? I don't know. Paxton has good numbers in his career against the Tigers. 7 starts, 3-1 with a 3.13 ERA. And we know those weren't for teams that were probably better than the Dodgers with his where he's been, Seattle and the like. So, but also Detroit, they've won 6 of their last 7. So they're looking pretty good right now for my Detroit crew. They've also gone over in 9 of their last 12. Let's take a look at what you guys have in this one with the Tigers and the Dodgers. I think I already said what I was doing, right? I said over here. So that would mean that they would have to get to Skubal a little bit anyway. Here come the plays. Oh, Perlo says, he was on that other game. Let me get that in there for my man. Juice says, I want the Tigers. First 5. And Skubal is 11-3-4 in the first 5 this year. Thomas says, give me Dodgers money line. Duda's going to fade that heavy chalk today. I wish I could get the gumption with Duda. I'm trying. And I just play prices a lot of times. And these sharps, they're all over these dogs, and they take the prices down just a little bit, and it makes me go on a favorite. And it's all handicapping philosophy. I mean, I've been doing it a long time. Don't need much coaching up, but here's Stephen Beer, Tigers first 5 and under first 5. I want to say hello and always welcome to 29. Told me the story behind 29, and I already forgot it. All right. Jermaine says, watch out, it's Friday. Want to say, here, Duda's on the Dodgers. Sports money. I tried to give him a joke yesterday, but I think he was so busy handicapping. I was like, wow, I love to watch Sports Money with the great host, Vladimir Putin. And he didn't probably see that, Biden had already called, got everybody's name wrong. Anybody who's famous, he was getting his name wrong, but we're not going to harp on it. It's not political, just kind of humorous. All right. Or I find humor and make dumb jokes. Here's Jermaine. I like LA. Reverse run line until they kill that bullpen. Yeah, maybe got to. Cinna Figure It Out's here today. Hello, Cinna Figure It Out. Other game, but I just want to mention our friend coming in. Williams on the Tigers money line. Mike Wilkerson here today. Hello, he's on Tigers money line. Tigers run line here for Cinna Figure It Out. Bo says, give me the under 8.5. Thanks for hanging out, Bo, before you have to take off. Appreciate it. Maybe I can get the show done before Bo has to go. Get the show done. Get it? Ron says, give me the Tigers first 5. He also likes the under. Perlo says Tigers first 5 and under as well. And thank you, Mikey. And hopefully hooking up with you guys this weekend. Follow Sports Money and try to make some. I'll be in the chat for sure on great games all weekend long. I feel like I'm better in the chat sometimes. Public Enemy says, anytime Scuba's on the mound, Tigers first 5 under. Thomas Lewis, I knew it. I said, even Thomas is going to be, you got to know. I mean, it took me a second here, but once Public Enemy gave us the last one, it has to be a first 5, and that's great. I love that you guys take a first 5 or here on this one, and Tigers first 5 for team steam consensus. I like that, team. I'll take the over in this game here. I'm kind of like with what Jermaine was saying, that I'm going to go over here in this one because of two lefties, maybe. All right, here we go. Got to keep it moving. Ron Hahn. Hey, vote Ron Hahn. I might be on the ticket. I might be that vice president. Vladimir Harris. Did you guys see the mashup then? They made they mashed up Trump and Harris. Okay, here we go, you guys. Let's continue on with the Guardians taking on the Rays with Carrasco on the round here for the Guardians and Bradley for the Rays. Bradley $1.40 now, and the total 8-ish. It might be going up a little bit. I'll call it 8. I see some 8 over 15s out there right now. So let's maybe break it down a little bit here in this one. I feel like you guys are going to think Rays here. I don't know. I'm going to start predicting what the chat will say. That's what I might do. But I don't know. Could it be a little rough spot? Cleveland, they've lost 3 out of their last 4 right now. Carrasco, he's almost earned. Is there a Cookie Carrasco day, or just because his nickname? He's one of those guys that gamblers seem to like to pick on. Sometimes I like to get on those guys a little bit when you're a veteran like Carrasco. But here, a 4.5 ERA in his last 3 starts. Cleveland's gone 4-2 in the last 6 with Carrasco. Also, Cleveland just 2-7 in their last 9 road games. Right now, they've been pretty good on the road most of the year, but seem to be struggling of late on the road. And they've gone over in 10 of their last 13 games overall. Bradley's been sharp, a 2.15 ERA in his last 5 starts. Got a under for Bradley in 10 of his 11 starts, gang. I don't know if you're looking the way I am here, but this one already, like I said, I'm glad it's kind of ticking back to the over here a little bit. And yeah, Thomas Lewis, take a look at that Dodger total here. Am I influencing the market like you always say I do? This one here feels like 8 flat though, and I'm going to go probably under. Like I said, you've got Bradley here under in 10 of his 11 starts. Tampa Bay, is that offense getting going or no? We did get the news on Franco to get off track again a little bit yesterday. Doesn't look like we're going to get Franco back here anytime soon, or I don't know, maybe we don't even want him around. Hey, let everything take its course. Let's try to be fair to everybody. Here in this one, we heard some people saying some pretty crummy things in some other sports last night, but let's just think that Wander Franco here at this point right now is going to be a little bit, off here for a little bit. Probably going to end up forfeiting that big. It's going to depend on what happens. It was funny because they said, "Oh, it's past the time for the arraignment," but I guess in those countries, just do what you want. It was 4 days after the deadline, then they filed the charges, and if anything, that might, be helping his case. I was reading a little bit of analysis, only because he's just, he's a whatever $180 million player, probably worth a little bit of news coverage there in that one. But for the Rays here, they've lost 5 of their last 8. They've won 4 straight home series openers. Get your comments here, Guardians and Rays today, and I feel like it's going to be Rays. And that's it, the Hans Scott ticket here. I always thought I had a political quality to me, but all right. Perlo says the Dodger. Oh, we thank you, Perlo. Here's Fernando. I think he's going under here in this one. William gets us on the Rays. Here's Stephen Rays first 5. It's a lock. Thomas wants to roll the dice maybe on this one. Shannon's going to take the Rays on the run line here. Going to lay a big price, no doubt, Shannon. But again, I'm not that guy. I'm never going to say don't do something like that. If I'm going to lay 200, I better take 200 half the time as well. Here, I'm not laying 200. You know what I mean, though. Here, Duda on Cleveland run line. Jermaine. Yeah, but I think that's what I was. Here's Ron on the over. And Thomas says, give me Tampa Bay on the run line. Jermaine says, give me the under. Hello to AUD. Mike says, Guardians. And Shannon says he's got the Rays. Lay it with the Rays here. Joe T is going to go over today. And great feedback on this game. Here is Bo Dunn says, give me the Guardians. And there's Sports Bunny's throwing his hat in the ring as well. Remember there's a game. I'm a little older, but there was like a game you'd like campaign on the computer and stuff. That was, I think, a little bit before they had real video games. Perlo's on the Rays. I'm on the under here as my play. But I think you guys might have a way I'm feeling here in this one. Just a little bit of inconsistency, but just get this price down a little bit. Maybe even not. I mean, it's a dollar, between $1.33 and $1.44 at Bovada. All right, move on. Let's move it on. Move it along. And right, and why did this one, why did Oregon Trail also come up in the news lately on somebody talking about something? I don't know what it was. Here, let's move on. Yankees and Orioles. And I'm talking about the video game Oregon Trail. Someone was referring to it in kind of conventional mainstream, maybe it was social media. Yankees here, $1.25 on the road against the Orioles with Cole here on the road against Povich. maybe the Orioles were in a look-ahead spot. That is very well possible. And the Cubs, are they going to get it together? How's our Chicago crew? What they think of that series? I think, like I said, I think I dropped 3 premiums in a row, trying to go back with the Orioles every day. But for Cole, he's got a 6.62 ERA in his last 4 starts. He's gone over in all 4 of those starts. Yankees now have dropped 19 of their last 26 games. Is there an end in sight for what's going on right now with the Yankees at this point? They've also lost their last 6 series openers. They've gone over in 17 of their last 23 because of some of the pitching issues, I think, here of late. Cole's always had the Orioles number a little bit, 2.64 ERA in 13 starts. Maybe that's going to be a little bit of regression just because of Cole's unnatural deterioration. We've seen he's not overpowering Cole, obviously, at this point, but we don't throw it out that he could have an outstanding start in each time. I think right now we're just hoping to get quality starts out of Cole for the Yankees and get him to health here. Yankees are 2-2 in those 4 starts so far. Popovich hasn't looked great, no doubt. 6.5 ERA and a 1-3 record so far. The Orioles are 500 in his 6 starts. Baltimore has dropped 4 of their last 5 in that Cubs series, and they haven't scored a run in a lot of innings right now. 20 straight innings here. That series was just a doom for them. And let's see what you guys got here. This one, a closely rated contest. Sounds like it could be something in the premium range. Let's see what we got. Baltimore run line is going to start us off from Thomas. Tremaine says he doesn't want the O's, that's for sure. Duda's on the Orioles run line. Could you say, that, like I said, could it be the look-ahead spot? That's about all I can say about it. But Duda going to lean over here, and Williams says he thinks the Orioles get it done after getting swept. And Orioles, well, what did Steven hear? Orioles have been sad. What is that, sad face? Shannon says, give me the Orioles on the run line. And here is number 2 consensus play is the Baltimore Orioles on the run line. Hello. Against the New York Yankees. Well, okay, I get it. They're getting the 1.5. Okay. Well, maybe I'll just tag along with Team Steam consensus here. I might be looking at the total. I was ready to pivot to the total here a little bit, but if it's going to be a consensus play, I think I'm down with that. Look, it's not a great price, and I know if you guys feel uncomfortable with it, I'm just kind of going with what Thomas was saying and what the chat was saying here in this one and this price. Plus 1.5 at minus 160, we could do worse. And that's definitely not the most advisable play by, the, people who might consider themselves sharp, but I'm willing to do it. Here is Fernando. He does like the over in this one. Let's see. I thought we had some cappers. Bo, did you get with? I think you were with Tony last night talking about one of these games. I thought. Also, I thought I saw Ronnie Crawford also had his. He's not here with us in the chat, but Bo was, and I think Bo had some videos. So please check those out here on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. I thought maybe this was one of his games. Here, kind of looking it up actually here at this point. So I was watching some news content this morning. Let's see. We've got it. Jermaine says it doesn't get any better with Cole on the mound. Mike here is our Yankees expert. And not only that, Mike, right. Look, they haven't won 2 in a row in 31 days. They haven't won any of their last 7 series at this point for the Yanks, Mike. So no doubt about it here. And Stephen Beer, am I surprised how the Orioles played against the Cubs? Stephen, do you want me to get mad here? Yeah, I had 3. I'm pretty sure I had 3 premium plays on the Orioles in all 3 games and lost them all. Not supposed to talk about it, but I did. I was, you'd say I was surprised. But again, could it have been a look ahead here? Look, you guys, we're on Orioles run line. We're taking a run and a half. Current line in this one now, hanging out. Circa's all the way down to $1.12. So the move feels like it's on the Orioles. So we got to keep this moving, you guys. Nicholas went with the under. Hello. All right. Here we go. Oh, Perlo, thank you. Yankees, first 5. Minus a half a run. So there you go. Thank you, Perlo. You're welcome to be here as well, my friend. Thank you for kind of keeping things going with me in the chat, though. Here's the Rockies and the Mets with Gordon on the road here, going up against Sean Manaea, and talk about I don't know, your soft toss and lefties kind of that we talked about. I think this is maybe what Jermaine's kind of looking forward to, but no, maybe not. Manaea has been pretty sharp of late. That minus 245 kind of matches his ERA over the last 5 starts for Manaea, 2.45 with a couple of wins. The Mets are 10-4 with Manaea on the mound. This guy seems to win where he goes. Kind of make fun of him sometimes. He's gone under in 5 of his last 6 games. Mets have won 5 of their last 6 overall. They've also gone 7-1 in their last 8 series openers for the Rockies. They're coming in here with Gordon. He allowed 5 runs in 6 1/3 innings in his debut. Colorado lost that game. They've lost 3 of their last 4. They're pretty bad on the road, just 13-34. So that's why you see the big price here in this one. But I think you guys are probably side Mets run line, but I don't think it's going to be a lot of people rushing to play it. Maybe they are. Rockies over in 3 straight, 5-11 in their road series openers. Anything here, gang, with the Mets? And Ron says, Fernando and Ramon, who do you like? Oh, well, I wanted to do it, on Sunday and make the pick, but I'm on Spain. Come on. I'm on Spain. I'm on Spain. And Jermaine was saying, I think he's talking about the Yankees there in that game. A look ahead, they just can't score right now. Ron said Orioles to bounce back. Here we go, the Mets game, though. Here's William says Mets, Mets, Mets. Thomas, that's only 1 vote for the Mets, even though William said it 3 times. Thomas has Mets on the run line. Stephen Beer, Mets on the run line and the under. And Jermaine says, the price. Come on. Why? Exactly, right? How can you have a guy like Manaea here? And if anything, that price feels like it's going to be right about there. Law Dog will just take it in the first 5 here and lay a run and a half. That might be a more interesting way to play it. Manaea's 8-5-4 in the first 5 this season. Thomas will parlay up the Mets and the Phillies, and Stephen is going to take England. And let's see here. Colorado money line for Duda. Price play. Don't mind it, right, Duda? If anything, I know what you're saying, right? You can't just sit there and say, hey, the Colorado's better, but at 245, you got to. Those are the ones you're willing to take a shot. And those are the ones I'm, feeling the trouble pulling the trigger sometimes on a premium. And sometimes you need those, man. So, we're always a work in progress. And Law Dog here today. Nicholas says, give me the over in this one. I'll make a play. Oh, a few more. Hold on. Trevor Davis, Mets on the run line. Okay. And I've got the pick here for me. It is on. Let me see here. I was wondering. I didn't know if we were going to. Okay. It doesn't look like we're going to quite get there. It doesn't look like it to me like it was a consensus. I actually thought you guys might get there on a consensus play in this one. I kind of want to go with the Mets here. I think I'm going to go premium. So I've got to play this one way or the other. And here it is. After I just complimented those guys taking, the Rockies here, I'm going to end up laying the run line here in this one with the Mets as my free play. But I like the total as a premium, I think, here. At least I'm going to give myself the option in that one. And due to one of my favorite expressions here, of course, scared money don't make no money. Mets team total for Jermaine. All right, next up, Marlins, Reds. Yonis Chirinos here going up against Spires for the Reds in this one. The Mariners and the Angels, I want to just note right now, there was some widely reported steam that came in earlier, and they are hitting that again. And this is going to be a very popular play, I would think, for totals players like me. I might be getting the worst of it, and I still may end up with a premium here. Mariners, Angels, this is pretty sharp today on the under, but the steam already came in. There, that might be it right there, actually. Yeah, okay. I'd seen steam rolling in, and it's starting to move again under here with the Angels and the Mariners and the Angels. That game here, I'll probably end up on a side because that one I'm still interested. But I just want to mention that steam rolling in here. It does look like that's moving again. Here, Angels hasn't hit 7.5 yet, but we're starting to see 8 under juiced up. Okay, let me continue on here right now. Mets, Marlins, and the Reds. So I see what you're saying with wanting to keep the steam as part of the program here a little bit when we have Bo back, and want to be considerate of our guest time. I don't want to bore anybody too much, with the market information. But let me dole it out here with the Miami Marlins and Cincinnati Reds. Chirinos, a 4.19 ERA in his last 4 starts, but the Marlins have won 3 of those 4 starts. The Marlins have dropped 9 of their last 12. However, coming into this one, they're also 3-11 in series openers so far this season. For the Reds, they've won 3 out of their last 4, but they've gone just 4-8 in their last 12 games at home. They've gone 7-2 in their last 9 series openers. What do you have here, gang, with Marlins and Reds in this one? I think I see him coming in right now with Trevor Davis. He's going to start us off with the Reds. Thomas is going under. Williams says, give me the Reds. Steven will lay the Reds with the run line, and India over. And that's... it's funny. I just looked, I was reading Steven, and I saw Jonathan India, but I mean, my brain triggered the Indian. I looked at the India flag to say India over 1.5. I did look and said Jonathan. All right, you know what I mean. Here's Fernando on the under. Dude is going to lean under. Leslie Love in the house. Shout out Jimmy. Law Dog says, how about a Nerfy in this one, Ramon? You have Chirinos. He's not good, but, short sample here, Law Dog. He's given up their first inning runs in 3 of the 4 starts. Spires also just 4 starts, as we mentioned here, 1-4 with his first inning runs allowed. He's got a 5.24 ERA so far this season. Perlo's going under. Juice is on the Mariners. And Juice on the under as well. All right. I think that's it. Better make a call myself here. I'm going to take the Cincinnati Reds here as a favorite today in this one. I was considering a premium, but not at this price with the Reds right now. Who wants to lay $1.50 or more here at this point? But the stats to me line up as a Reds play, and I just don't know. I don't think it's going to matter the price for me. At least doling out a free play and probably chucking a few dollars on it. Thomas is on the under. Mike will take the Marlins, however. Thanks, guys, on that one. Next up, Royals and Red Sox with Cole Reagans here in this one. And Carter Criswell. Is it Carter Criswell today? Help me out if you know. I'm going to do a little research here, but it does feel like it is going to be Criswell. No, yesterday I think one of our pitching guys got removed if you will, right? One of our predicted starting pitchers. Yeah, or was it two? Or did we get one right? I think that's what it was. I think we got one right here. But for the Red Sox in this one against the Royals, Criswell, 4.15 ERA so far this season for Reagans, 3.28 ERA in 19 starts so far this year. For the Royals here in this one, look, they've won their last three, obviously, but the Red Sox still hot as well. They've won 8 of their last 10 right now. Interestingly, the Red Sox are just 3-12 in home series openers this season, but the Royals are 1-6 on the road in their last 7 road openers. So Royals have dropped 7 of their last 11 on the road. Reagan's ERA a tick over 4 in his last 3 starts. The Royals are just 2-6 with Cole Reagans in his last 8 starts, which is kind of opposite of what was going on earlier in the year. Royals have also gone under in 6 of his last 8 starts. Boston's gone over in 10 of their last 15. So here we go. Give me your plays if you have one with the Royals and the Red Sox. Not much from you guys in this one. This might be the money. Could it be? I might just roll the dice here and read it off to you on one of these at least to get it. Because Thomas, I mean, I bought these, and we should use them. But this one's kind of a pick 'em here, and well, I'm interested what you guys have to say. So I know I did kind of a short sample here. Perlo says, "Wow, did he really move to plus 230 on that after losing that first set?" Well, makes sense, and yeah, he really wiped him out here in this set. Looking at him here, trying a little between the legs action, but ended up losing the point. Talking about Alcaraz. All right, here we go. Royals from William, I think, starts us off here. And Nicholas on the under. Also, Stephen Beer says, slam that under. Law, it's the law taking the run line. Let me look at this one with the run line here. The Royals are going to be the favorite, so the plus 1.5 is going to be on the Red Sox. Okay, I can't get behind that. That's going to be $2 or whatever here. That's who love on the Red Sox here. And one, boy, this one has you guys tied up. It feels like a little bit. I'm taking Kansas City in this one on the road as my play here on the show with Cole Reagans. If anything, I'm going to base it on that, on that pitching advantage here a little bit with Reagans. Yeah, things have changed for him a little bit. Maybe not quite as strong here, but I think with Criswell, maybe the Red Sox aren't as strong in the pitching department today here. And Jermaine says maybe Kansas City run line here. Laying a 1.5 at plus some strong money. All right, next up, you guys weren't too hot on that one. Nationals and Brewers with Rutledge here for the Nationals on the road for Rutledge here. Jackson Rutledge here in this one makes the start on Friday. He gets recalled from Rochester to make this appearance. He has a pretty bad numbers, actually, so far. He's got that 6.66 ERA at Rochester in 16 games. So the numbers are a little bit mind-boggling right now. But for Rutledge and the Nationals coming in here against the Brewers and Peralta. Peralta, 2.45 ERA with a 2-0 record in his last 4 starts. With Peralta, the Brewers are 6-2 at home this season. They've gone over in 8 of his 11 starts. Brewers have dropped 5 of their last 7, but they're 9-5 in their home series openers this season. The Brewers have also gone over in 13 of their last 20 games. For the Nationals, they've dropped 16 of their last 23 coming in. They're also 1-6 in their last 7 series openers. They've gone over in 12 of their last 20. kind of nondescript there, but let's see what you guys got. Peralta, 6 appearances against the Nationals, a 6.67 career ERA. Here come the plays in the Brewer. I want to say 209 Valley. Missed your play back there on that one, but want to say hello to the 209. And William, I believe, start us off here with the Brew Crew. And also Steven says, give me the Brewers -1.5 and under in the first 5. Thomas says Brewers on the run line. Law Dog says Brewers run line. And right, Mike, you had to like, dude, I saw it, and usually I'm about 50-50 on, because some of the guys a little bit about, and I was like, oh boy, and I just didn't quite research. I was like, okay, let me do it on the air here, but I think we got you the numbers you need to, at least the numbers you need to know a little bit. We can look at them a little bit more as the day goes along. I know you'll take care of that for me, brother. Duda says, give me Washington on the money line. And Williams in Rochester. And hey, shout out to all you guys. Mike, maybe you guys could hook up for lunch. Here's Fernando going over. Joe T going over. Hello to Sancho. Sancho, hello. Nicholas, first 5 over here. All right. That puts the pressure on me to make the call between the Nationals and the Brewers. And I'm going to look at the market too here, make sure that you guys get all your plays in on this one. Well, good, and tailing off here on some of these, maybe these tougher ones. But I'm going to grab Nationals run line, I think, here. Mike says he'll go with Milwaukee with that Sunday, Monday, happy days. Mike, also sports money. If you're thinking of all the great Saturday songs, don't sleep on an underrated Saturday song by the Bay City Rollers. Saturday night. All right. I'm going to take the Nationals on the run line, actually. I think we might see, I don't know. I want to see what we see from this rookie, but maybe there'll be some volatility here. I'm going to take the Nationals on the run line. Hello to Justin McKelvey, chat room legend. And let's move on with the Rangers and the Astros here with Haney going up against Brown. And, well, you're going to get the Astros here. Pretty substantial favorite at this point, the way things are going with the Rangers still, I think. And even I might want to, maybe I'll take a little favorite action. Maybe it'll be just on the air here to get away from laying all Count Chocula plays here with Ramon here of late. So let's talk about this one with the Astros and Brown. He's been real strong, an ERA under 2 in his last 6 starts and a 5-1 record. A big turnaround here for the Astros and Brown. A little bit of microcosm here because they were losing the Brown games for quite a while, and now they're winning with Brown. And he's been pitching well. The Astros have gone under in 8 of his last 9 starts. They've won 16 of 20 right now, 9-2 in their last 11 series openers. They've gone over in 9 of their last 13 because of those hot bats as well. So, don't look at that other trend without weighing, some of these others maybe a little bit. Rangers have gone over in 8 of their last 11. They're just 1-8 in their last 9 road series openers. So there you go. One team is playing. And if you think, I'd like to throw these in, but one team hitting 90% of their series openers and the other team's hitting 10%. I don't know. Haney, though, pitching better, 2.12 ERA in his last 3 starts. Texas is just 5-12 with Haney on the mound, but Rangers have now won 5 of their last 6 games. So how do you see this one? A little bit going on here, not to mention you've got, the 2 Texas teams doing battle. Here we go. I think we've got the plays coming in. Thanks to Justin for the Justin McKell. The other shows are blessed with some of his famous stacks plays of the day, but we get the prop play of the game. I mean, here's William on the Astros, Law Dog going over here. There's that prop play of the game from Justin in this one. And I'm going to have let me see here. Oh, Stephen Beer on the Rangers run line. Thomas on Texas money line. Jermaine over. Duda's on Texas here in this one. Jermaine says, who is the umpire for? I thought that was your job, Jermaine. I'm checking. Oh, this is a series opener. We don't know, right? Yeah, this is a series opener, right? We don't know the umpires. That's maybe he was. Justin's like, yeah, of course I'm on Facebook. I mean, that's what all old people. That's where we hang out. Ron's on Houston. Fernando's on the over. We used to watch the WNBA games on Facebook. Yeah, Jermaine, no, home plate umpires, nobody knows. You usually don't get the assignments until they show up at the ballpark late in the afternoon a little bit. So on the series openers, that's always going to be the case. And at least from my experience. Okay, I better make the call here with the Rangers and the Astros. I'm on the Astros, laying this chalk here today. I don't have a problem with this. Given some of the long-term trends, I think, too, in this series is kind of what has my attention here. All right, next up, we want to roll this show. It's already time to leave the show. 7:30 is when I want to be off the air here. But, man, how are we not getting a matchup between Paul Skeens and Garrett Crochet? I mean, come on, manipulate it a little bit. That's what I wanted to see. Well, I think we're going to get a little bit of opening here for Pittsburgh. They're going to be in a little bit of bullpen mode here, it feels like, today. Maybe Gonzalez gets the work here. Let's see what they were calling for in this one with Marco Gonzalez. 2.65 ERA this season, but I don't think he's a guy that runs too deep, certainly. Numbers are okay. Garrett Crochet, he's good. We know that. 2.16 ERA in his last 3 starts. White Sox are 7-12 with Crochet. That's almost about their average now, the way they've been playing. So still doesn't get the run support. He ends up against some tough pitchers, and well, they're the White Sox, but still you'd hope they'd have a little bit better numbers with him. He's got 3.08 ERA this season and a whip under 1. Did have gave up 4 runs in a relief stint against Pittsburgh. Didn't even get an out, but I don't think we're worried about that now because Garrett Crochet is a pretty darn good starting pitcher in this league. He's one of the best nerfy guys in the league, probably number 2 overall. 19 first innings, 1 inning. He's allowed a run. 1 first inning, he's allowed a run. So Pirates, they are about a 500 club. I keep mentioning it over the last month and a half right now. So that's pretty good. Pirates treading water here, trying to hang in. They're doing a better job than some of these teams, kind of hanging in the race a little bit. White Sox have dropped 4 of 5, and they have also gone 5-11 in their home series openers. But, that's actually not as good as their record. Give me your comments here. Anything with the Pirates and the White Sox? All right. Yeah. Oh, I get it, Justin. No problem. You know what? The only thing we have in this business is credibility. So you keep reporting your honest record, and we've seen some of the best cappers on some of these. Turn it around with just slow and steady wins the race. So I don't think if someone was being disrespectful in our chat, I'm sorry I missed it, quite frankly. So thank you. Okay, a few more here. Pirates going to start us off here, it looks like, with William. Thomas, I think, is looking for some, he says, just need 1, baby. I think he's looking for some consensus here. Stephen Beer says, give me the White Sox first 5. Duda's on the White Sox run line. Because, Thomas, some days we keep him busy. And some days, with 2 games yesterday, for example, hey, everybody follow me on Facebook. I don't mind, I don't mind. You guys are the closest thing to friends I've got. All right, interesting. Law Dog. All the LSU pitchers win yesterday, and Law Dog unnervy here. Like I said, talking about that. Great numbers from Crochet. Justin says, "Give me the White Sox first 5 in pocket." And yep, we don't have to force it. That's right. So use the same criteria, Thomas. Got to be a consensus pick here. All right, Pirates game tonight against the White Sox. What are you guys going to look at here? Boy, this number it just feels uncomfortable laying the White Sox at a price. You guys, I know that, and I kind of want to get some premium action in this one. It just feels like I want to take the Bucks here on the run line. Give me the Pirates on the run line. I love Garrett Crochet. I can't stand this price. I'm just going to have to try it here. All right. Here's Juice Fox first 5. Stephen Beer says, Stephen, I'm sorry you weren't here at the beginning of the show when I ranted for like at least 3 minutes on what I thought of Paul Skeens and what I thought of the Pirates and what they did yesterday, taking him out of the game while pitching a no-hitter. Oh, by the way, Skeens became just the second player in Major League history to throw at least 6+ innings with a no-hitter and at least 11 or more strikeouts. The other pitcher, the only other Major League pitcher to ever do that, Nolan Ryan. Yeah, that's what we might be, hey, that's a pretty tall order. But you look at the guy's structure, right? That's about the closest thing as we're going to get, it feels like. You talk about the physical structure, the body structure, the delivery of the fastball. Did you guys see Nolan Ryan? He's still doing it. He goes out there about every year and throws a first pitch. Maybe it's every couple of years. But he did want to maybe you guys can help me out, my Ranger crew, if you saw it. Maybe it was a week or two ago, and he went out there and Nolan Ryan now, he's got to be pushing. I'm going to look at it. He's got to be pushing 70-ish. And let me take a look here. I want to know now. That was the one thing I didn't know about it. 77. Okay, and he threw 85. So he threw out the first pitch and he threw 85. So that's pretty good. Sox run line here for Sancho. I get it. And I'll take the Pirates. That price is just going to be tough for me to ask. I've been on Crochet. We've been on them all year. I know. We know that. Cubs and Cards here. Where's Butterscotch to give us some fun with this one? You got Gray here, $1.90 against Hendricks. At least you got an interesting matchup of veterans here on the mound today with Sonny Gray going for the Cards and Hendricks for the Cubs. Well, for Hendricks, can't make excuses here at this point. 7.82 ERA in his last 3 starts now. He's gone over in 9 of his last 11. I'm tired of making excuses for my man. Cubs, though, they've won 6 of their last 7, so something's going to happen here. They are 1-7 in their last 8 road series openers. They've also gone under in 5 of their last 6 games. Got great pitching in that Orioles series as the Orioles were just flat. What's gotten into the Cubs here? Chicago just 3-8 in Hendricks' starts this year. Gray's starting to give it back of late, a 5.25 ERA in his last 4 starts. He's had a pretty strong career against Chicago, certainly. 2.76 ERA in 12 career starts for Sonny Gray. St. Louis is 11-5 with Sonny Gray on the mound, and well, the Cardinals, they continue to kind of just progress here. 4 games over 500. Now, it doesn't seem like a lot, but considering the way they started and the way they're playing right now, they've won 20 of their last 33. The Cardinals are 6-2 in their last 8 series openers. They've gone over in 9 of their last 13 games here. So, what you got? Cubs and Cardinals, one of the greatest rivalries in all of sports here. Want to say hello to Lauren S. joining us in the chat. And Law Dog's got the Cubs on the money line. Stephen Beer says Cardinals first 5. Williams on the Cardinals money line. Fernando's going to take over. Duda is on the Cubs. Duda says Hendricks owns St. Louis. Yeah, but you know, a 13-4 career record, 2.62 ERA. I'm always been, even as Hendricks's career has slowed here in the last couple of years since I've been on the air on this show. I've kind of been a pro Hendricks guy, and one of the first shows of the year, I expressed concern that this would be the serious deteriorating year, and I have my concerns still. I'm a fan of his, so I want to see him to come through. But Joseph T says over, and I think that's it. I don't know. I think this Mike might be saying might be on the. Has he taken the Cubs here possibly in this one? What do you guys have? Well, I think I got your plays. I got to make my call here in this one, right? All right. I think I know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to take the Cubs on the run line. Yeah, I'm going to take the Cubs on the run line. I'll take the 1.5 here with my guy, Hendricks. That was a pretty good series, and this is a rivalry series here. So I don't know what got into the Cubs, but I'm going to take them one time here. They just destroyed me over the weekend. So let me grab a little bit here from the show and a little bit of small money. But let's see here. All right. I'm picking the dogs today, Thomas. And again, when I say run line, I just want to give the closest thing to $1.10 for everybody watching and everything. I'm sprinkling the money line on the dogs, no doubt every time. No doubt every time. That's what I do. All right, here we go with a game we've talked about here already to a certain extent because the steam came in on the under, and I'm not giving away the fortress here, but maybe I don't know, could be a show pick as well. We could talk about it. What are you guys going to do here in this one with Woo and the Mariners going up against the Halos and Anderson? Woo's got a 1.77 ERA in his last 8 starts, but we haven't seen him here now for he was on a 10-day stint. I think it was a 10-day, and then he got there was a rehab in there. Maybe I could check that out real quick as he returns here in this one. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, it was a hamstring injury, so not too concerned. Did have one rehab start at Class A ball and threw 45 pitches. Gave up a homer to some lucky kid, but hamstring proved to be good. I don't think we're gonna have to worry about him getting taken deep by some single A guy. Got his rehab started and is back here. Seattle's won 5 of their last 7 games. They've gone over in 5 of 7 games as well. Seattle 6-2 with Woo on the mound for Anderson. 3.26 ERA in his last 5 starts. Get this, the Angels are 7-4 with Anderson on the mound this season. They've also gone under in 6 of his last 9 starts. I think it shows that Anderson's done a pretty good job here, despite maybe getting a little bit of bet against kind of philosophy a little bit. Angels have gone over in 4 straight. They're dropped 9 of their last 11. I had a premium last night with the Mariners over the Angels. I mean, like I said, chalky, sure. 11-0. Was that I fell asleep, I think, or maybe I was doing a show or something, but I know they crushed them. All right, here we go with William. I think he's going to start us off here on the Mariners and Seattle under for Thomas. And Stephen Beer wants a little bit of, I think he's going, woo, woo. And Law Dog says he's got an under here, full game, and a Nerfy for Anderson. He's 5 for 18, not great in his Nerfies, but Woo's been good, 1 for 8, allowing a first inning run. Mariners run line here for Jermaine. Mariners run line for Duda. Angels money line. Hello, Fernando. No, I saw you a couple times in there. Law Dog says, just give me the Angels. Oh, no, they're Angels straight trash. Okay. I was like, give me the Angels straight. Okay, here we go. Thomas says number 3 consensus play. So let's do it. I'll just roll with Team Steam here and take the Mariners. I don't think it's a great spot, but I don't know if I'm willing to commit to the Angels in this one after getting crushed there yesterday. I'll just note Team Steam consensus going to lay the run line. I'll do it with you guys. I'll roll with Team Steam. I wasn't pretty fond of the total. Look at this. Look what Nicholas says. So, don't think that's crazy, right, guys? I mean, figure Nicholas. I'm thinking Nicholas probably has I'm going to say it's at least a 3-dime mortgage. Okay. I mean, I hope I'm not shortchanging it. Okay. Maybe it's more. Maybe he's got a 5-dime mortgage. He's going to bet it big today on the under. And Mariners going off here, says Juice. Tim Hogg says price drop to Seattle. Good time to lock it in for the public starts to come back here. And no doubt that is because, sir, I must tell everyone, actually, I was waiting for the game. I know I'm trying to keep you up to date on the Steam, but I knew the game was coming up. And since it was such a big underdog, the Steam is on the Angels in this game. They took it plus $1.36. So that's why you're seeing these prices right now. If you like discounts, this is a day to take a team like Seattle. The Sharps are the one that pushed it down, right? There's not a bunch of public money coming in at 10:40 Eastern. Like, today's our day to get on these Angels after the 11-0 win. These are the big money Sharps that have put this Steam in right now, and that's why you're seeing it across the market here. Also could be maybe some personnel related here. We know there is a particular injury here. Let's see. Who is it? Joe Adell questionable. That's not moving the needle for me. And that would actually not coincide with it here. So, okay. But anyways, here, Jermaine, though, says you got, here's Justin with the game POD. And also, Jermaine says Tyler Anderson going to show here again. Nicholas says got it for 3. And Jermaine says good. Like I said, this is a time. Like, if you're a chalky guy, if you're like me, maybe these are the ones. These are the chalks that I take, though. To be honest with you, try to stay away from. Sometimes I can't get away from the Steam. Can't get away from it, Stancho. I'm a Steam chaser. I'm the Steam chaser on YouTube. If anybody is, right? I mean, you're here on the morning Steam. So I'm a believer. But again, you got to draw the line, too. You got to know when that's gone too far. Okay, thanks, you guys. And I'll ride with consensus here. If that's what's saying, Sancho, yeah, if it's a question of Steam moving lines, that's what we try to do. I subscribe to the major line services as part of my program here to try to keep you up to date at the key time of the day, right here when the lines are moving for the first time for the most part. Sure, do the lines come out, 24 hours before the games? Yeah, they do. But, sometimes people say that this time of the day is kind of like the market opening and things like that. Mike says you like Medvedev still, Ramon, at plus 425. Oh, Mikey, I'm trying to just hang on, I think, with my game spread here at this point. Feels okay here. Alcaraz 4-3 on serve, though, is about to take maybe a little bit of a lead here. Maybe going to go up here, maybe end up taking real charge of this match. Hope I can hang on with my game spread. All right. Let's move on to the next one. And we're almost through here, I think, I hope, with the Braves and Schwellenbach going against my Padres and Vasquez. We're not going to see Fernando Tatis until September, gang. Hopefully we will see him in September, but that's the lowdown here. So the Padres, they're going to be looking to do something here, maybe. Anyways, the Braves will be a road favorite coming in here to take on the Padres. And, Padres have had their ups and downs, certainly, against the Braves. I think that's one way to put it. Feels like when they're beating them up pretty good. They are. And then when the Braves have their number, they're crushing them. Schwellenbach's got a 6.89 ERA so far in his 3 road starts. The Braves have gone under in 6 of 7 Schwellenbach starts, but they're just 2-5. So not much run support when Schwellenbach has been pitching. The Braves have won 4 of their last 6. They are 6-11 in their last 17 on the road. This is a big concern. They've gone under in 17 of their last 23. We've seen the offense have their ups and downs, no doubt. For Vasquez, kind of a whipping boy to a lot of general fans, even maybe to Padres fans, but 1.17 ERA in his last 3 starts. Doesn't have a win to show for it, but the Padres are just 5-7 with Randy Vasquez on the mound. The Padres have gone over in his last 4 starts. Padres have lost 4 straight right now. They're just 500 in their home series openers this year. 8-8. They've gone over in 14 of their last 18. You give me the plays, and then I'll be the Padres whisperer. Thomas says, give me the Padres today. Nicholas says, Nicholas, you got to get on it early. The longer you wait on this team, the more you're going to maybe miss those great prices. So that's why I spend the money on the line services. I don't just chase any game. It just has to be my game. When I'm on that particular favorite and it gets steamed, I'm going to hit it, and that's where I lay the juice. The game has been hit. The sharps are on it. It's not necessarily just a public move, right? A public move is going to be a gradual move that sneaks up on you. But I try to stay in. It's just part of my program. I think I do it different than most of the people on any of the sites, anyway, and maybe on any of these shows. And I wish I had more bells and whistles. I wish I had Sports Money's graphics capability. Here's an under for Juice Dudas going on the Padres run line here. Law Dog money line. We're going to have some grab. Tony sent me some, and I've got to make better use of them for sure. Here, Justin says, here's the POD for the game, and Padres for Fernando. All right. Well, you guys made the call here a little bit with the Padres. I feel like we can get them tonight, gang, here. And I want to take the Padres tonight with Vasquez. Braves struggling on the road. I think the Padres will be more motivated in this one, maybe here. And I'm going to take them today on the show. Oh, well, hey. Okay. Padres run. Is that Padres? Oh, Padres run line, Thomas, is that what that is? I don't know, run line's pretty ugly at $1. Well, $1.60. I'm reading that as a Padres run play, number 4 consensus play. So I'm going to mark it down maybe here. Well, I'm on the Padres, but maybe we'll get the benefit of the doubt. The Padres hang within a run here. Run line. Okay, Padres plus a run and a half. Okay. We are that show. No problem. Blue Jays, Diamondbacks, Rodriguez on the road here for the Blue Jays, and Ryan Nelson on the mound for the Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks have won 8 of their last 12 games coming in. The Blue Jays, lost 16 of their last 26 overall. For Rodriguez, a 0.71 ERA in his last 2 starts. Toronto 4-3 with Rodriguez here. Right now, Blue Jays are just 1-10 in their last 11 series openers. They've also gone over in 17 of their last 23. For Nelson, comes in with a 3.9 ERA in his last 4 starts, but a 3-1 record in those games. We'll note this for Nelson, Murphy fans. Nelson is 1 for 15 in his first innings this season, allowing a run. And for Nelson, 1 career start, 2 innings, 5 2/3 innings, 2 earned runs against Toronto. All right, let's see what you guys are doing here, Toronto and the D-backs in this one. And going to go here with Arizona for the Law Dog here. And Jermaine says Atlanta's got some good numbers in that Padres game against Randy Vasquez. Thomas Lewis says, give me the Diamondbacks on the money line. Jermaine says, Blue Jays run line. William, Toronto money line. Stephen Beer says, fade my Jays, take the Snakes. And Justin says he's got Vlad for the try. And here's Duda, Toronto run line, and Justin, Toronto money line. So some support there for Toronto, but enough Arizona as well. I don't think we have any consensus there for sure. And I'll make my call here between the Blue Jays and the Diamondbacks. Feels like I could side with any of the chat here. Maybe this would be my dice play in this one, but all right. I think I'm going to go over here in this one with Toronto and Arizona. I was a little bit mad yesterday with that total over, and there was only 1 run scored. My numbers, again, are pointing to an over that would qualify for a premium, but I'm a little gun shy, so I'm going to give it out as my free play. Sharps are all over the under. I'll say that right now. So probably, telling me to wise up here a little bit, and probably should be taking it with the Sharps here. They've definitely steamed it a couple of times. There's even been some reverse line movement here. Law Dog says he can see it going over. I think the thing for me, at least it's not Max Fried involved in the game, which probably was a bad idea yesterday to get a premium over. I mean, Brandon Pfaadt was pitching, and the Braves, like I said, struggling on the road, not well thought out there, but sometimes, like I said, I'm a market player too, and they usually crush it, so that's what I kind of handicap the handicappers. That's kind of my philosophy, even though I'm all about the trends, the stats. All right, I'm on it then here in this one with the over, and I think we've got next, last game, Ryan and the Twins, Giants and Harrison here in this one, right? So they're not Twins coming in here with Ryan on the road. He has an ERA of 4 in his last 4 starts. Twins are just 1-3 with Ryan his last 4 starts on the road. He does have a 2-0 record with a 0.82 ERA in 2 career starts against the Giants. Twins have won 18 of their last 26. That's kind of been the story here, the way it's been going for the Twins. They are just 2-7 in their last 9 road series openers. Harrison's been giving it up big time of late, a 5.66 ERA in his last 4 starts. San Francisco, though, is 11-4 with Harrison on the mound. I got caught, I think, with him last time, but again, I think Harrison sometimes gets some interesting prices with Harrison, and he's been coming through, or the Giants come through in those games anyway. Giants have gone over in 5 of their last 7, and they've gone 8-2 in their last 10 series openers. They're a dog here against the Twins today in this one, so we can get your plays here with the Twins and the Giants. I feel like maybe, I don't want to comment. Let's see what you guys have. First off, it's going to be William with the Twins. Here's Stephen Beer on the Twins money line, and Thomas is on the Twins. And also, let's see. Okay. I'm wow. Should work on my Spanish a little more. But you know what? I use simple deduction for Fernando. I knew when he said that Los Gemelos, I knew it wasn't Gigantes, so I just immediately deduced that he was on the Twins. And I guess Ramon should speak better Spanish. I mean, there's just no doubt. My Scottish might be better than my Spanish, and that's my true heritage. So, the Jimelos, the Law Dog on the over. Hello to Rish, as always. He's on the Giants here. Oh, Sancho's on the Jimelos, or he just wants to say it like I do. Duda says, give me San Francisco. Jermaine likes Ryan to deal. Tim is on the Twins run line, and Justin's on the Twins team total over. So plenty of support here for the Twins in this game. Let me look at the market. I don't know if Thomas is going to pull the trigger with the consensus twin. There was a little bit of Giants support. There's no doubt extra support on the Twins in this one. So, all right, maybe I could pivot to the over if here. Okay, I knew it. Yeah, okay. Well, you guys are on the Twins here consensus. So, all right, I'll roll with Team Steam here. Like I said, I was willing to consider Harrison. Like I said, they get it done, but I know these Twins are hot, and I'm going to trust Team Steam consensus here in this one, if I may. I think that's part of the show now. I just like when you guys make the call, as long as it's not a premium and I have to pivot the other way. That's, sometimes I've done that a couple of times. You guys know there when I just kind of hush up and kind of just not say anything at that point. All right, that's it for baseball, you guys. Thank you so much. Felt like that was one of the best, even though we took a long time. It felt like that was one of the best baseball sessions we've had in quite a while. Maybe it's the consistency of the schedule. Maybe because with Bo, we just crushed it. So with the ones I was doing before that, maybe wasn't too great. So, all right, there's no doubt, Stephen. That was my whole focus. And Tony said it best, right, when he coined that phrase. It's chat driven, and that's always been what I started out in the chat rooms of these shows, kind of even with Tony a little bit and these other famous YouTube sports guys. So. I'm a chat guy. That's where I came. And I was doing all my high school coverage and everything. And so it just kind of migrated. And I said, I'm still a handicapper after all these years, selling picks different ways. And I said, I can do this. So hopefully, hey, I look a lot younger today, don't I? Maybe. WNBA action tonight. Mercury and the Fever. This line's stale. We've already seen this one move. I'll give out some plays here, but I'll tell them about you once again here on the show. But with these two, let me get those WNBA notes maybe from last night. Tell you about this one because the steam's already come in here a little bit, but still this line is close to 2.5. There's no doubt about it. This line's still close to 2.5 throughout the industry, but the total here 175, 176.5 is worth updating. At this point, feels like you got a team like the Fever coming off a poor performance against Washington. I wouldn't expect that team. That concerns me again and again. I've expressed concerns about this coach, so don't want to have that. Mercury here, first city of a 3-game road trip. They're going to go to Connecticut and Washington next. They've won and covered 3 straight. I just may be expecting a bit of a letdown here. I'm going to have to grab the Mercury. Not only is Taurasi on the injured list for this one, as like I said, it does feel like we'll see. Look, they're playing Connecticut tomorrow. I mean, the next game. I imagine Taurasi wants to play in the Connecticut game, or it could be, for the Olympics. Maybe we won't see her again. Right now, I'm not sure. But they're also, you got Sutton out. And also Osborne out. These are 2 reserve guards here, and these are recent injuries. These aren't like long-term, even though those players did miss time, if I'm not mistaken. They're out too. So I think the Mercury hurting in the backcourt big time. If there is some problems with Clark and Foket, whatever, this better be a good spot. It feels like Indiana's 5-6 in their last 6 at home. 5-6 against the spread in their last 6 at home. That loss to Washington was the bad one. Indiana defeated Phoenix 88-82 on the road as an 8-point dog, and the Fevers won 3 straight meetings dating back to last year. Phoenix just put up a big number, by the way, 100 points on Dallas. Copper had 32 points in that one, and she's out of her mind right now with her scoring. And if like I said, if the Mercury are depleted at guard there, they'll have their other guard play in there with, with um, Cloud certainly will be, getting feisty in there too. But again, you're going to be dealing with some reserves without a lot of experience. All right, do you have any plays here, you guys, in this one? Thank you, Thomas, so much for the baseball. Great job today. Great job today. Okay, here Justin's got Clark with the assist prop. He likes the fever money line. Duda likes the fever. I think that means under because it's got a minus there. I think it's just getting too high for Duda here in this one. And yes, there's no doubt. I mean, I had a week where I was whiffing on totals like it was nobody's business, and that's like my specialty. I think we've got it back here a little bit. Let's see here. He's going to take the Stephen Beer is going to go on the fever. Law Dog on the fever. A lot of fever support here. Don't see anybody on the Mercury. And Law Dog also likes that prop. All right, I'm on the fever in this one. Next up, Aces and the Dream. It's 15 now, isn't it? No, it's 14 and a half, but still a pretty big number here. Total, yeah, about 168. Aces have won 8 and 9. They've covered 7 of those 9 games here. The Dream are back home after playing 5 of their last 6 on the road. They went on one of those 3 on the road, 1 at home, back out on the road. They've lost 5 straight, and 8 of their last 9. They've gone 2 and 8 against the spread in their last 10 games at home. They're off of that loss to Chicago, 78-69 back on Wednesday. Atlanta's playing close games, but they're not getting blown out. But unfortunately, they're playing the Aces here, and they're still missing Howard. They're still missing Powers. They're still missing Canada. With an Aces team starting to get going, feels like the Aces still want to throw in a clunker now and then, but Wilson had 24 and 20 in the win over Seattle, 84-79. They had to rally from a deficit in that game. So I'm going to take the Aces, though, to roll here. I think they're kind of getting it going right now, and I'm going to take them to hammer in this one. And anything here, Aces win by 15 plus. So take the Steven, that doesn't make any sense. I think it means lay the points. Okay, next up, Lynx and Storm. Now, we do have some interesting news in this game regarding the status of Nafisa Collier. She has been upgraded to doubtful. I believe that there's a chance that Nafisa Collier could get upgraded to questionable in this game. Does that mean she's going to probably not going to play this game, but she could be nearing a return before the All-Star. I think she'd like to play for Team USA in the All-Star game. It's a case of plantar fasciitis. Now, it does soar up. I mean, maybe you guys in the chat know with this injury, but the Lynx here still plenty of good players, man. How about Bridget Carlton, the way she's been playing? She hit a beautiful game last time. She set a Minnesota record. She became the first player to have a perfect 3-point percentage and with at least 4 shots minimum from 3-point range. I hope I said that right. And whatever the case may be, she's playing great. And she's an inside player that can go outside and shoot the 3. So what they've needed is scoring in place of Collier. They've found different ways to get it. Minnesota's 7-2 as an underdog this season. Now, granted, they don't have their star here in this one. The Lynx, though, have won and covered all 3 games this year, and 6 of the last 7 dating back to last year they've won and covered. Jewel Lloyd, the super scorer of the Storm, she averages 24 points, 23.8, I think, this season. In her 3 games against Minnesota, she's averaged just 18 points. So for me, I think Minnesota here can stay within this number now. It keeps continuing to rise. It's probably 7 here at this point, and total down here now to 154. So I'm going to take the Lynx plus the points here, and you can comment if you'd like on this one with Lynx in the money line and under for Steven. And let's see here. I don't know what Thomas is saying there. It says the line's moving towards the Lynx, I think is what he's saying. But I don't know if it is. Carla, I'm not going to let you down today with the Carla Brown CFL pick of the day coming up in just a moment. We're going to do that. We're not going to forget. I feel like I let Carla down yesterday. Hopefully she saw that. I put my pick up in the chat. I had to use Tony's avatar, and I'm like, Ramon's pick. All right, Lynx for Duda. And Curtis, who did I take in the last one? Well, I took the Aces. My picks here on the show are Fever, Aces, Lynx. Fever, Aces, Lynx. Fever, Aces, Lynx. All right. Okay. Yeah, it was 5.5. It's moving towards the Storm. It's moving away from we're getting the best of the line waiting here. And no doubt, Storm are playing out of their mind. Lynx are without one of the best players in the world. I just think that the Lynx, maybe they will be short. Maybe this momentum here that Seattle has going. But look, Juhas is probably going to do okay, I would think. Carlton has been stepping it up. I just think that Stephen, I'm going to have a premium, I think so. But you and I see things kind of the same. Okay, the Carla play of the day. Talk about chat driven. The CFL play here. Not only am I going to have a CFL play, Carla, I'm going to try to give you the side and the total. It's not a product that we offer right now at Tony's Pick. We may change that here as things get going in the future with our, our new. Things are changing here a little bit over the next few weeks in time for football season. So check it out. We're doing some different things and gonna see me a few places here as well with some of our cappers. All right, here we go. Got Winnipeg here -5 here at home in this one, going up against the Stamps. And the Bombers are a -5 favorite. We saw Caleros leave the game last time, but he is probable in this game. I think it's a good sign for Winnipeg. And even though it's been a rough start for Winnipeg, I would think eventually they've got to turn it around. I'm willing to try Winnipeg here and lay these points against Calgary one more time. When Caleros went out, that was bad news last game, but I'm willing to try him here. And I'm also going to go under, though, in this one. Maybe it'll be the defense for me for the Bombers that can do the job here against Calgary. If anything, the Bombers still should have a top defense, top 3 defense, somewhere in there, I would think, by the end of the season. But Calgary's got a pretty okay defense as well right now. And also, let me see, I think Brady Oliveira, he's not on the injured list right now. I have concerns. I always want him to be in there and have to look more into it to give you a great pick, but I don't have a premium product here. I'm going Bombers. I'm going under the Carla CFL, the Carla Football League play of the day. You only get 2 downs with Carla. Well, I better just hold on right there. All right, here's Ron G on the Lynx. And Duda wants to go under. Steven sees it as an ugly game with an under. That'd be a Calgary cover there. Calgary on the money line, I think here is what Duda's saying. All right, anything else? That's it, you guys. Great show. Thank you. Oh, I've got NBA Summer League picks here for you right now. NBA Summer League picks. I don't even have a graphic for these, you guys, at this point. So hopefully I get these off to you here and let you know what we're doing in Summer League action. All right, here we go. Want to make sure we got the latest lines here. Summer League card tonight. I'll read off all the games. The action starts at 4 Eastern and 1 Pacific with the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Orlando Magic. I like the Orlando Magic in this one. -4.5 here. The line might be a little lower right now. I'm going to give you a little bit of leeway here as it might move up. I'm going to take Orlando as my play here in this one. Then next up, an hour later, 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific with New Orleans and Minnesota. And you have Minnesota, a 6-point favorite. And the total here at 179 or so, maybe 179. Looks like it's moving lower right now. I'm going to give it out right now here on the show. I'm going under New Orleans and Minnesota. Looks like this one's headed lower right now, as a matter of fact. So interesting to note there. Then next hour, 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific, the Sacramento Kings. This is a Sacramento Kings 1. We've moved on to the next tournament now. So just one Sacramento team to deal with. They're playing Memphis. Memphis, a 2.5-point favorite here. Total 182. You got to give me the under right now, the way these Memphis games are looking. So I'll take another under here, Sacramento and Memphis. My play here in Summer League action. All right. You guys, I don't know if you guys have anything in any of these. I just looked at the games a little bit last night, and we're just getting rolling in a couple of these tournament here this weekend. So I'm going to have some premiums, no doubt. But want to give out these plays here that probably, I got off to a rough start actually in premiums, which was a big surprise actually for me. So you're getting a few extra plays here. I think we've straightened things up a little bit right now. All right. Rockets and Lakers here in this one, but I've got the Rockets here to roll. They are a 6.5-point favorite now over the Lakers. Don't like anything I'm seeing out of the Lakers at this point. They look screwed up here, and we'll see what happens, but I'm going to go with the Rockets. Brooklyn and Indiana, this is probably the one you're going to see a premium, at least one premium from me here, Brooklyn and Indiana. So nothing there for you guys here. Atlanta and Washington. I don't have anything for you, but I will say this: Washington got steamed big time. In fact, I was on the show last night with Tony, and I said, "Oh my gosh, here's some summer league steam." And at the time, I think they were -2, and I said they just went up to 2.5. Now they're 5.5. Even that one's a little bit too steamy for me to chase. But sometimes in the summer league, I just roll with a little money line action there. Go see some pro basketball tonight. There are 7 games here. Last one is Denver and the Clippers, and I have Denver here in this one, laying 2.5 at the Clippers. If it goes up to 3, I'm okay with it. You remember what I said. I don't have a cutoff point necessarily, and 2.5 to 5 maybe. And look at what Duda said. He's got all unders here tonight. So far, Duda, me too, but I'm looking at it maybe one the other way. We'll see. One premium probably for sure tonight. Hey, I'm gonna win. Let's go. Thanks a lot, you guys. Thanks for spending 2 hours with me. Hopefully talked mostly about sports and sports betting here on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. Catch you tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. Hey, head on over to Tony'sPicks.com and use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20% off all premium pick packages, including mine today, here with Friday action, Major League Baseball, WNBA, and more. Tomorrow, don't forget, I'll have MMA action as well. More Summer League tonight here as well. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20% off all premium pick packages here on the site and get my best plays over at Tony'sPicks.com. All right, that's going to do it for the show. Thank you, everybody, for a great show, great comments and everything. Thank you to everything for Thomas, Curtis as well, Jerry, hello. Thank you here, and we'll be back tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. Join Tony and the Pick Dogs crew, 6 p.m. Eastern and 3 p.m. Pacific for the drive-through. Get you out of there for the primetime games tonight here on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. I'll be in the chat on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel side, so hit me up there. We'll put my plays in there and agree with one of the other cappers as well, as I like to do. All right, that's enough. For Tony'sPicks.com, I'm Ramon Scott. Hit it.
yes, Ramon SEO. To the double TV funnel and these bookies like 1, 2, 3. They tapping out and we cashing out. It's plain to see. The morning team is the A-team, Mr. T. And I pity the fools who can't hang. Throwing with real game is sort of a freight train. It's been reported bank rolls are easy to maintain. So get situated and listen to the picks. And it goes a little something like this.